Hi everyone, Salesforce Consulting Admin Training Day 36. Let's see what are we going to learn today. We'll quickly go through the previous session overview and we'll talk about one of the use case for the validation rule. And then we'll talk about the record types, how to create a record types, how to navigation steps to create a record types and the record type use cases and the trial heads. So this is what we are going to see today. Quickly. So what did we learn in the last session? What did we learn in the last session?
Custom settings.
We were discussing about the validation rules. So today we will see one of the use case and then we'll move on to the record types. So the use case is, let's assume that I have an opportunity object. In the opportunity object, there are different stages are there. Prospecting, qualification, need analysis. When the opportunity stage is a prospecting, qualification, and need analysis, then amount should be greater than 1,000. That means we need to create a validation rule on the opportunity when amount is less than 1,000 and stage name is a prospecting or a qualification or a need analysis. In that case, we need to show an error message telling that amount should be greater than 1,000. Amount should be greater than 1,000. So let's go ahead and create this. So where are we creating this validation rule? Which object we are creating the validation rule?
Opportunity.
So object is opportunity. And the condition which we are going to check here is two fields. One is a amount field, another one is a stage field. The first thing is the amount. I need to check whether it is a less than 1,000 or not. And then I have to check what is the stage name. What is the stage name? Is the stage name is a prospecting? Stage name is a prospecting, or is the stage name is a qualification, or is the stage name is a need analysis? In case any of this is qualified, then we need to check if amount is also less than 1,000, then we should show the error message. Then we should show the error message saying that amount should be greater than 1,000. Amount should be greater than 1,000. Now, these two conditions has to be qualified. That means it should be greater than 1,000. Stage name should be other than. That means here I need to check a two condition. That here I'm going to use the AND condition. AND condition, I'm going to use it. So let's go ahead and implement that. Let's go to the opportunity and edit object. Opportunities, edit object. Now here, validation rule. Click on the validation rule. Now on the opportunity, I'm creating a new validation rule. So validation rule, I'm going to check the amount. So stage and amount validation. Amount validation. Now here the criteria is I need to check the two things. One is amount, insert field. amount less than 1,000. And second thing is that I need to check the stages. For stages, I have the 3 fields here: prospecting, qualification, need analysis. 3. That means either the stage name is either prospecting, either qualification, either need analysis. So usually I'll say here if stage name equal to prospecting, or else if stage name equal to qualification, or else if stage name equal to need analysis. Now, instead of writing a if else condition there, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the case. There is a function is called case. There is a function is called case. Case function, we can use it. In the case function, you have an expression. Now, in this case, expression is the stage name. Values could be a, now values could be a prospecting, If it is a prospecting, then that is a true. True in a sense, 1 here I'm giving it. Similarly, if case equal to prospective, 1 similarly, we have another pick list value is qualification. Qualification also I'll say here true, which is a 1. And the third stage name is need analysis. Need analysis. Here also it's a 1. Now, if none of them are not matching, then else result is 0. Equal to true. Now let's check the condition. Something comma is missing. Stage name, prospecting, qualification, where is the extra comma? Let me copy this. Stage name, comma prospecting, comma 1, and the qualification, comma 1, comma. Let me take out this. Check syntax. So expression, value, result. This is the value, this is the result, and then value to, result 2, and then value 3, result 3. Value 3, result 3.
But now why there is equal to after the case? It should be
Because the scenario is output of this case condition, the output has to be true. It has to be true. If it is true, that means both the conditions has to be true.
Ma'am, why 1 for the true?
Because usually here result, I need to give a result. What I'm saying here is if the stage name equal to prospecting, that means it is a true. The output will return as a true. And the qualification, I'm giving it as a 1. If the stage name equal to qualification, then true. If the need analysis equal to stage name equal to need analysis, then it is a true. Otherwise, it's a false. Otherwise,
One means true,
true.
0 means false.
Yes. Now, why it is giving that? Just a second. What is the reason it is giving that? Amount is less than 1,000, which is right. Let me take out the case condition. Check the condition, which is true. And I'm going to add comma. Re-add the case, insert. Here the expression is the stage name. And then we have a value 1. We have a value 1, which is a prospecting. The result should be, if it is a prospecting, result should be true. Similarly, I have another value, which is qualification. Qualification result is 1, which is a true. And we have another condition, need analysis, comma 1. Now let's give no. If any of the condition is not true, if any of the condition is not true, then click on a 0 and then equal to 1. Now check the syntax. Still it is saying that syntax error extra comma.
Why is there comma after this one? Is it a if condition? If amount is less than 0, we have to put if or
Because we
something.
are adding the 2 conditions, right?
So there is no need of and or anything.
Yeah, we need to add a and condition. Because we are checking the 2 conditions here. Now let's click on it, check syntax. Now it is no error. Now whenever this condition is meets, then I wanted to put it as a amount has to be greater than 1,000. Now field has to be on the amount, error has to be on the amount. Now click on it, save. Now let's go ahead on the opportunity. Let me take any opportunity here. Now let's click on it, details. Now let me add some value here, probably 900 I'm adding here. Stage, let's give it as a prospecting and click on save. Amount has to be greater than 1,000. But if I keep it as a different one, initial discussion. Now let's click on it, save. So whenever I select a prospecting or a qualification need analysis, if my amount is less. So that means we are expecting whenever the opportunity moves to the prospecting or a qualification or a need analysis, then it has to be, amount has to be greater than that. So that is a use case. So in the real time also, whenever we get a scenario or the ticket or the use case, always check the conditions properly here, and before giving to the testing team, always test it by yourself. Like what are the different test scenarios that can be covered, like a unit testing scenarios. So what are the unit testing scenarios that we should be covering it? Because in ticket, we have to, from the developer side, we have to add what all the testing is done by the developers. Now moving on to the next one, record types. Record types are basically in single sentence, if we have to say record types are controls the page layout and pick list. Record type controls the page layout and the pick list. So why we create a record type? That is the first question. What is the purpose of creating a record type? Now let's go to some ICICI Bank. Now here we have an option to log in. Now you have an option to log in personal, NRI banking, right? So if you click on a personal, it shows the different page. It shows the different page like a personal, NRI, all this information, and this is the login credentials which will be displayed. Now, for example, this is the personal one, but if you click on this, if you click on a different option, if you click on a different option, corporate banking. So corporate banking, when you select it, it is a different altogether page. Different altogether page. So that means what are these? Why we have a different options here? So here personal is a one record type. NRI banking is another record type. Corporate banking is another record type. Why we have this record type is to handle the page layout and what kind of a data that we need to display whenever we click on that particular record type. Whenever we click on the record type, what kind of a data we should be displaying it. So record type controls the page layout and as well as the pick list values, as well as what kind of a data we should show for this type of a customers or for this type of a record. So record types are used to provide different page layout for the different users. Different page layout for the different users with a different set of fields and different pick list values for the different business record. Let's take an example. Let's take an example. So let's assume that examples are account. On the account, you have a different type of accounts. You have a different type of accounts. On the account level, you have different type of customers basically. Could be an individual customer. When it is an individual customer, then you will be able to capture the individual records. You will be able to capture the individual records. If it is a customer has a different way of capturing the data. If it is a customer, it has a different way of capturing the data. If it is a partner account, so partner account is having a different way of handling the data. So customer account data, partner account data may not be same. And similarly, I have a business account. So business account is completely different from the individual, So whenever somebody is logged into the Salesforce and they wanted to fill the business data, it should show only business related data. Only it should show business related data. It should not show any other information. It should not show any other information. Now, if somebody is logging in to enter the partner account data, then they should always redirect it to the partner account. Partner account expect a few more information, maybe which is not related to the business account. Maybe it expects the other information. Now let's take a scenario. Now here I have an account object. Assume that this is an account object. In the account object, when you click on a new button, as soon as you click on a new button, we should ask a customer. As soon as we click on a new button, let's assume that sales team is in a call with customers. Now, as soon as they click on a new button, we should ask a customer, what type of a customer are you? What type of a customer are you? So they will say that, are you a regular customer or are you a new customer, right? So assume that it's a different type of customers we have. Kind of a regular customer, and we have new customer, and also we have a VIP customers. Now, sales team is going to ask them that, what type of a customer are you? So whenever they click on a new button, it will show these options. System will show these options. Like a regular customer, new customer, VIP customer. Now, what are these? These are the record types. So as soon as the user click on the new button or a client click on the new button, immediately it will ask which type of a record do you wanted to create. That means these are the options will be visible. Regular customer, new customer, VIP customer. If it is a regular customer, I should show the different page. If it is a new customer, then I should show the different information of the page. Because sometimes I do not need, for the regular customer, we have a certain data already there in the system. Which is already there in the system. So that we do not need it. So only for the new customers, we might have to capture the additional information. For example, if it is a regular customer, I just need purpose. What is the purpose of visit? Because I have a all basic information I have. So maybe purpose and additional information I wanted to capture. If it is a new customer, then I'm going to capture the basic information, address information, phone number, mobile number, everything, then contact details. And along with this, I also need a additional information. So these are the data that I need to capture for the new customer. If it is a VIP customer, simply I'll ask purpose of visit. No, I'll not ask more information to the VIP because their data is already there in the system. Now this is how I wanted to display. The information. Now, in order to maintain the different type of people, or in order to maintain the different type of data that is going to captured by the different ways, right? So different page layout, different data. Whenever we have this kind of a scenario, then we will go for the record types. Then we will go for the record types. So record types also called as a business types or a business records. Record types also called as a business types and business records. So record types are applicable for both standard and custom object. You can create it on the both standard and custom object. If it is a standard, that means account, contact, opportunity, lead, you can create a same way the record type. Even for the custom object also, you can create a record type. Let's take an example. Account has a different type of groups. Account has a different type of a group that needs a different type of access to the data. Like a customer account, partner account, business account. These are the different information we have to collect it for the different people, different groups. Similarly, opportunity. Opportunity also from different revenue stream, online or a retail, which type of a opportunity. If it is an online opportunity, then we'll need to capture the different information. If it is an offline opportunity, then we need to capture the different information. If it is a retail opportunity, then we need to capture the few more information compared to the online and offline. Similarly, campaign type based on the lead source. So campaign type has a different information whenever we do the trade show. Or website, we might be capturing from the website only few details. We will not capture more information because website means directly user is going to that particular page and entering the data. So whenever user is entering on the website or web page, they do not enter the most of the information. They do not enter the most of the information. So that's the reason we will show only maximum 4 fields where the user can fill on the website, and later sales team can contact and gather the more information. Now, that's about the record type. And the record types are, once it is enabled, once I enable the record type, that means once we configure the record type in the object, Salesforce by default, it is going to add a new field called record type on the page layout. Once we configure the record type, automatically Salesforce is adding the new field is called record type ID on the page layout. But in order to add on the page layout, the field is created at the back end. But in order to add on the page layout, we have to go to the page layout and select the record type field and pull that record type field on the page layout. Now, how we are going to capture the record type data? Whenever the user click on a new button, and which are the option you selected? Which are the option you selected? For example, you have selected the regular customer. As soon as you selected this customer, as soon as you have selected this regular customer. Once you select the regular customer, record type ID equal to regular customer. So based on the option, what are the option you are selecting here? Based on that, record type is going to store that particular value of the record type. That particular value of the record type it is going to store. Now, as I have mentioned, record types are used to capture the different information for each type, even different type of a field, different pick list values for each of them. I have only one pick list field, but that pick list field should display the different values for the one record type, different values for the other record type. That means if I have 8 pick list values, 4 pick list values should display for the first record type and next 4 should be displayed on the next record types. So we can customize that way. Allow user to access to only the records that are relevant for their job. Yes, if we have a record type, similar type like a sales team, service team we have. So if I create a record type sales team, service team, because definitely the data will be different for the sales team and a service team. So in that case, we will create a record type. Sales team will have a record type called sales. So whenever they log in, they should be able to see the data which is related to the sales. They should not be able to see the other record types. So basically at the profile level, we can maintain the access which record type should be displayed for the which record type should display or visible to the which user. Now, how do I create a record type? Now, before creating a record type, this is a best way to implement the record types in the real time. So most of the times we create a record type at the starting of the stage. But instead of creating the record type at the first phase, before doing that, first create all the custom fields, whatever you need it. First create all the custom fields, then create a page layout that you wanted, and then also create a pick list fields, whatever is required. All the configuration should be done at the first, then we can go for the creating a record type. Do not create a record type at the first step. Like if you do not have any custom fields, if you do not have any page layout, do not go for it. Because it's a kind of a rework you have to do. Rework you have to do. Instead of doing the rework, better everything you need to create it like a custom fields, page layouts, everything you need to create it. So once it is created, then you can create the record types. Then you can create the record types. Now, in order to create a record types, we need to go to the object manager, select any object, whichever the object you wanted to create a record type, select that particular object, and in that, after selecting the object, there is an option called record types. So select the record types and click on fill the record type label, option, description, and click on next. And then you need to select the relevant layout that has to be selected for the page layout. That means every record type is associated with the one page layout. Every record type is associated with one page layout. So that means before creating the page layout, before creating the record type, you need to also create the page layout. So that is the best practice, because whenever we create a record type, it will ask you that for this record type, which are the page layouts? What are the page layouts that are required? Now, similarly, pick list values, you can select the different pick list values so that it will be easier. Now, let me create a one. Now, let's go to the account object manager, click on account. Now, once you click on the object manager, here is the option is called record types. Once you click on a record types, initially you will not see anything here. Click on a new. But before clicking on a new, just cross verify what are the page layouts do you have. For example, right now I'm going to create a customer account and the partner account. Two record types I'm going to create it. So let's go to the page layout. We have a account layout. Now what I'll do is I'll create a new page layout, which is a copy of the account layout, customer account layout. Customer account layout. Now click on it, save. So customer account layout. Now for the customer account layout, for example, customer information, right? So ownership, employees might not be needed here. SIC code might not be needed here. And annual revenue is not required, but let's wait. PAN number, test, billing address, shipping address. SLA is not required. SLA is not required for the customer account. Okay, I'll click on save. This is the customer account layout. Similarly, I'll create another one, which is a partner account layout, which is a copy of account layout. I'm going to create a partner account layout. Click on save. So once we create a partner account layout, now let's assume that I need all the information for the partner account. Now let's click on a save. Perfect. I have a customer account layout, partner account layout. So let's go to the record type. In the record type, click on a new. Now I'm creating the customer account record type. Record type label is customer account. So let's say this customer account layout, which is active, and this is a profile level. Everybody should be able to see this. Click on next. Select a page layout. It is asking select a page layout. Right now I am into the record type called customer account. Now I have to select page layout, related page layout. So here the related page layout is customer account layout. So click on the customer account layout and click on save. Now one record type is created, which is a customer account. Now let's create another one, which is called as a partner account. Partner account is also another record type. Partner account, tab, partner account layout. Partner account layout. Click on active, visible, make it available for everybody, and then click on next. And select a page layout. Page layout is partner account layout. So for the one partner account, I'm selecting the layout as partner account layout. Now click on it, save. Now I have created two record types, customer account and the partner account. Two record types I have created. Before creating the record type, I created the page layout. There are two page layouts I have created, which is a customer account layout and the partner account layout. Now let me go to the account here. Now this time, whenever I click on a new button, before what used to happen when I click on a new button, immediately it used to open the new page, new creation of the page. But right now, as soon as I configure the record type for the account, as soon as I'm done with the configuration of the record type on the account, it starts showing the first page as a select a record type. It is showing the option called select record type. So select record type is a customer account, partner account. If I go for a customer account, it doesn't show few fields. If I click on this partner account, it is going to show me all the fields. Now let me create here customer account, click on next. So when I click on a customer account, I cannot see few information like a SLA details I cannot see, right? So let's say that this is the new customer account and rating is warm. Parent account, let's take it as a Salesforce 1, and type equal to prospecting, industry equal to banking, right? So that's all the information. Now click on it, save. As soon as I click on it, save, can I see the record type here? Can I see the the record type. So record type is, it's not available because we have not added the record type. Let's go to the page layout. Open the customer account layout. Now here we have a record types. Now here is the record type. Let me drag it onto the here. Quick save. Similarly, I'll do it onto the partner account layout. Now record type, I'm going to drag and place it here. Click on save. Now I have the record type which is available. So Salesforce does not add the record type field on the page layout. We have to manually add it. Now here it says that account record type is a customer. Similarly, if I create a partner account, here the account record type is shown as a partner account. Partner account. Now let's assume that we have a pick list field. We have a pick list field which is called as a industry. Which is called as a industry. Now I wanted to differentiate pick list fields for these two record types. So customer account, we have a different are there. So let's click on the edit. Now not this one. So let's click on the pick list value. Let's assume that industry. Click on the edit. Now for the customer record type, I do not want to show the biological, chemical, right, construction, electronics, engineering, finance, government, healthcare, hospital. Perfect. So these are the data that I do not want to show. These are the data that I do not want to show. So click on it, save. Now for the customer account, it showed only visible. The fields only visible is agriculture, apparel, banking. So biotechnology should not be visible. So let me refresh this page. This is a customer record. So record type is customer account. So for the customer account, we have updated the industry pick list field. Now let's click on here. It is not showing those fields which we have taken out. It is not showing those fields. Click on the save. Now similarly, if you want to do it for the partner account, go to the partner account. Now let's assume that, okay, so industry, click on edit. Now everything, let me move it, Control Shift down. Everything I'm removing here. For partner, I just need a biotechnology, electronics, engineering, environmental. So these are the values that I wanted to show for the partner. Now let's go ahead to the account. In the account, click on a new account. Click on new account. Here select it as a partner account. When I select the partner account, I will be able to see all the fields. Now here industry. Industry, we updated only biotechnology, electronics, engineering, environmental. So only those fields are displayed on the account. For the partner account, only those fields, only those pick list values are enabled. Any questions on the record type? So another use case, on the object, we have a position. So let's see how can we create a record type on the custom object. So position is the custom object. Configure the record type on the position object to segregate the records into two categories. One is IT position record type. Another one is a non-IT position record types. IT position records are open in the location Hyderabad, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai, and position status is new, in progress, hold, on hold, and close. So this is the IT positions. Whereas non-IT positions are, we can open. Location is non-IT position. Location is Bangalore and Delhi. And the position status is new, in progress, and closed. New, in progress, and closed. Now let's go ahead and create the record types here. Now, object is a position. Object is a position. Click on the position here. Now let's check the page layout. I have IT position layout is there. Non-IT I need to create it. So let's click on the page layout. So let me use the standard one, position layout. And new one which I'm creating is non-IT position layout. Position layout. Click on save. And once we click on save, non-IT position, basically position record. This is not required for the, this is not required. So what I'll do is, milestone details are not required for the non-IT. This is also not required for the non-IT. Click on OK. Let me take out the minimum pay and maximum pay. This is the mandatory field, okay. And then additional, I do not need a passport. I do not need a travel. With this, I'm going to place it here in the additional. And then I'll take out this. Description, system information, that's it. Now click on it, save. Now once the position layouts are created, IT position layout, non-IT position layouts are created. Now let's go to the record type. In the record type, let's click on the new. Here, let's give it as a IT position record type. IT position record type. IT position record type. Click on save. Click on next. And the page layout is IT position layout. Click on next, save and new, because I'm going to create another record type. Another record type is non-IT position. Non-IT position record available for everybody. And click on next. And the page layout is non-IT position layout. Now, as soon as I select a non-IT position layout, for all the profiles, it is getting updated. See here, profile, this also same page layout. This also same page layout. This also same page layout. In case if you do not want the same page layout to be applied for the all the profiles, then you have to select this one. You need to select the second radio button so that you can change it. Now standard platform need a different one, position layout. You can change it. So you have an option to change. So in case if you want everybody has to go to that page only, then the first one you need to select it. Select and click on save. Now we have created two record types. Now let's go to the position. And whenever we have created two record types, there is a restriction. IT position record type location has to be Hyderabad, Chennai, and there is no value Chennai. So let's assume that Bangalore is not there here. Bangalore IT position record type is not in, it's only in Hyderabad, Pune. Let's put this also here. Okay, IT position record types are Hyderabad, Noida, Pune. Now click on save. Now non-IT positions. Let's go back to the record types. Non-IT records. Click on the edit location. Now I need a Bangalore and Vizag. That's it. Bangalore and Vizag. This is the non-IT positions. Similarly, position status. Position status, we have a different position status. New, in progress, on hold, closed. Let's assume that for the non-IT, we do not have something called as a on hold. Only for the IT, we have a on hold. Non-IT, we do not have a on hold. Now that's it, done. Now let me go to the position object. Click on a new record. When I click on a new record, it is going to ask me the record type. IT position record type, non-IT position record type. So select any one of them, click on the next. Once we click on the next, this is the IT position record we have selected. New position for the record type called IT position or record type. For IT position record type, we have these all fields. We have these all the fields. So location, I can see only 3. Only 3 is available for the IT position. Let's click on a Hyderabad, and number of vacancies are 60. And position status is new. Open date is tomorrow. Milestone date should complete by next week. Maximum budget. We have some maximum budget there. And HR email ID. Samskara IT@gmail.com. Now that's it. If you want to link the hiring manager, you can link the hiring manager, click on save. Position name. IT, the position name. Let's take it as a LWC and integration. Click on save. HR email ID is duplication. Okay. Click on save. Now here I do not see the record type because we have not added. Let's go to the page layout. IT position layout. Position record type. Here is the record type. Click on save. Similarly, non-IT position layout. We have record type. Click on save. Now let me refresh. Now record type is showing IT position, record type. IT position, record type. Right? So tomorrow if you want to generate a report, right? So that time also it is helpful for me that how many records are created for IT position and non-IT position, how many records are created. So we can able to track it. We can able to track it. Sometimes we get a question that when should I not be creating the record type? What are the scenarios that I should not be going for a record type? Now, record types are not needed when you see that most of your data is like whatever you are capturing the data, if you feel that the data is same for everybody, the data is same for all the records. Like let's take an example, students, junior students or senior students or maybe lecturers. So in this case, students and junior students and senior students data is most of the time it is same. Most of the time it is same. So we do not need a separate record type there. So whenever you feel that requirement is, the requirement says that to create a record type, but if you feel that the data is common between these two different record types, same field, same tick list, same data, same, we are showing it. Why to go for a record type? In that case, you need not to create a record type. Don't create a record type when you see that data is same. If there is a need, in case if there is a need to differentiate between the different records, it can often be done with just a field. For example, like whatever I have explained, junior student, senior student, and lecturer. In this case, for the student, you need not to create a record type. For the junior student, senior student, you do not need a record type. Simply, you can go with the pick list field, student, junior, or senior. So that is the pick list field. But whenever you see that there is a data is different data I am capturing for the different persons, and the layout should be different because the data that is for the personal information and the corporate, it has to be captured in a different way. In that case, we will go for a record type. Now, when should I not be going for a record type? For example, if you just need to indicate whether the contact is a customer or a vendor. If you just wanted to capture the customer is a whether contact or the contact is whether the customer or a vendor. If you want to know this, you do not need a record type. You simply need a pick list field. You simply need a pick list field because it's just a one field, customer or a vendor. I'm not seeing any other data. The entire layout is same. The data is same. The field structure is same. In that scenario, do not go for the record types. Any questions? Okay, homework. Create a record type on account. Create a record type on account. So record type is a business account, individual account, new account. And also we have a business to account. These are the 4 record types you have to create it. Whenever you are creating a 4 record types, create a 4-page layout. Now you might ask the question that do I every time create a different page layout for the different record type? Not necessary. Not necessary. If client says that business account and business to account should have a same page layout, should have a same page layout, but few pick list field values are different because few pick list values are different. So that pick list values you can handle it from the record type. In that case, you can go for it. But most of the times we will have a different page layout for the individual record type. So once you created these record types, implement a validation rule. If the account record type is business account or business to account, then account has to have an active flag is checked. On the account, we have an active flag. So the flag has to be checked. So that is the validation rule. Next homework is implement a validation rule. Whenever case is created or edited, description field should be required based on the case reason pick list value. That means on the case you have a one field called pick list field called case reason. So whenever you select a case reason, like for example, you have selected initialization, or you have selected the performance, in that case, description should be mandatory. Whenever you are changing the case reason, whether on the update or whether it is on the edit, it should display, it should say that description field is mandatory. When the case reason is a installation or a performance or a breakdown. So installation, the reason is installation issue, breakdown issue, performance issue. In that case, we need to capture the descriptions. Now, any questions before I move on?
Swapna?
Yeah.
Yeah, for record type, I had read that for lead and opportunity, we cannot create a record type. Is it true? Is it something business process we have to create, right?
Opportunity, let's go to the opportunity.
And the lead.
Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Opportunity. Now here we have a record types. Click on a record types. For example, opportunity, online opportunity. So you cannot create the record type here. You need to go to the sales process first. So you have a setup. Go to the sales process, enable that. Where is it? Sales process. So go to the sales processes. So click on the sales process. Now here, let's assume that I'm creating an opportunity. Click on save. All the selected values. Click on save. Now we have an opportunity here. Now let's go ahead here. Click on refresh. Now we are able to create it. If I go to the record type, you will be able to create the record type. So sales process is the additional steps which you have to do. So once you are able to create a sales process, now we can create a, for example, retail opportunity.
So if I have some custom pick list, this one field, then in the sales process, I have to create a sales process for that pick list, right?
Yeah, so basically this is only one, see here one time creation this is, okay, yes. So if you want a different pick list values or if you want to hold that, then you have to create a different one. Any other questions? So let's go on to the reports and dashboard. For reports and dashboard, so first we will see the reports, then we will move on to the dashboard. Reports contains the record details associated with one object or more than one object or multiple object. So reports contains the record details. What are the records details that are available? Could be account, contact, opportunity. Those details will be displayed in the report. Now, Salesforce is divided into two features. Salesforce is divided into two features. One is a report builder and report scheduler. Report builder and report scheduler. So basically, why do I need a report? What is the purpose that I need a report? Reports are where it will give the information to the higher management at the very high level. Instead of you looking at the data, I can either make it as a graphical view, kind of a charts, right? So at one time, instead of going to the each record, I can have a filter and I can implement the report so that that report can be viewed. So basically for anybody to analyze the data, anybody to view the data, instead of going into the detail section, at the very high level, they wanted to review the report. They wanted to review the report. In that scenario, they will be going to the reports and they will check that basically it is useful for the management. For the management, it is useful. So reports contains the objects. Whatever the objects we have, could be a custom object, could be a standard object. So report contains all the object details as well as the field information. All the fields that are exist within the object, and then filter condition. Now filter condition is very important in the reports. So filter condition, format of the data, which format is the managers or somebody is requested for the report, how they wanted to see, what is the format of the data that they wanted to see, how can we do the format, and then chart, the graphical representation, So these are the five different things which are contained in the reports. Now first thing, object. Now in the object, whenever we are creating an object, there is a checkbox called allow reports. So if you check that checkbox allow reports, then only you will be able to create a reports. Report formats. Tabular report. This is an interview question. What are the different type of reports can be created? So one is a tabular report, second one is a summary report, third one is a matrix report, fourth one is a joint report. So we can create four different reports. Four different report types. So basically these are called as a report types. By using these report types, we can create four different reports. Tabular report is nothing but a rows and columns. Summary reports is nothing but a kind of a group. Matrix report is also kind of a group. And the joined one is nothing but where you are combining the one table or more than one table, you are combining it and creating the report. So four reports we can create it. Tabular report, summary report, matrix report, and joint report. Now each report should get resides inside the folder. Like whenever we create a report, that report has to sit into the folder. So report should be sit into the folder called unfilled public report or my personal report, or we can create our own folder, Now each report should get resides inside the report folder, which is the unfilled public folder. So in case if you have not selected the folder, If you have not selected the folder, in that case, what will happen is by default, it will go and sit into the unfiled public report. This folder is publicly available for everybody. By default, the reports is going to stored into this one. It will be stored into this folder. If it is a my personal report, if it is a my personal report, it is a private. It is a private. Nobody can view. If you are storing your report into the my personal reports, nobody can see. It is a private. Even for the folder which you are creating it, I can also create a folder. That means individual person can create a folder in the real time. And when you create a folder in the real time, that folder is accessible by only that person. So that is also private. Nobody can view the folder. So in that folder, if you keep 10 reports or 100 reports, nobody should be able to view the reports. Nobody should be able to view the reports. Now let's go ahead and create. Let me show you that information. Now before going to that, let's complete this information here. So reports are configuration parameter will store inside the dashboard and report folder. And report data is purely real-time data. Purely real-time data. And reports can produce maximum of 2000 records inside it. In case if you want more than 2000 record inside the report, we need to schedule the report. Now reports there are two types: standard report, custom report. Standard report, custom report. Now let me go to the Salesforce. In Salesforce, if you
Swapna?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you say we have to schedule the report, what do you mean? Like suppose now there are more than 2000 records, like I have suppose 5000 records. So I will get the reports in form of an email or something, like I will get 3 reports.
Yes, email.
Okay.
So here, now let me switch to the classic first. Switch to the Salesforce Classic. Now here we have it. Now let me click on the plus button. Now let's go to the reports. Now here we have a reports. Now in this reports, if you see the left side, all the folders are sits here. All the folders are sits here. Now here is the unfiled public report. Right? My personal dashboard. Similarly, you can create your own reports also. Whatever the folders you are seeing here, these are the standard folders which is provided by the Salesforce. These are the standard folders which are provided by the Salesforce. Now, in case if you want to create your own folder, here is the icon. Here is the icon, folder icon. Click on this folder icon. You will see new report folder or a new dashboard folder. For example, if I say that new report folder, click on that and it will ask you the report folder. Let's assume that I'm saying here CIS customer folder. CIS customer folder. Click on a save. Once I click on a save, here is the folder. The folder is created. Now, similarly, if you want more folders, you can create more folders. Now, this left side is all about the folders. And then we have a right side. This right side is all the reports you can see here. All the reports you can see this side. That means, for example, if I click on an unfilled public reports, sample flow report screen flow. This is provided by the Salesforce. This is provided by the Salesforce. This is provided by the Salesforce. So all the reports you can see. And here in the reports, you have an action. If you click on an action, you can customize it, you can delete it, you can export it. You can customize the report, you can delete the report, you can export the report. Similarly, if you click on the folder, the one you have created here, there is a pin icon here. If you hover it, you will see the pin icon. You will see the pin icon. If you pin the icon, there is an option called share, edit, delete. That means usually whenever we create the folder is a private. Whenever we create a folder, the folder is a private. That means nobody else should be seeing the folder. Nobody else should be seeing the folder. So whenever it is not visible to other person, then what you have to do is you have to click on a share, and then you need to share with whoever is the person is there. You need to share with that particular person. You need to share with particular person. In case if you want to delete this folder, you can delete it, or in case if you want to edit, you can edit it. Now on top you have two options. On top you have two options: new report, new dashboard. New report, new dashboard. Now let's go back to the Lightning. Now let me switch to the Lightning. In the Lightning, when you click on your reports, the view is completely different. It says that select list view here. Select list view. Now, when you click on the reports, this side, whatever you see here, these all folders are here. These all are not folders. These all are not folders. These all are different actions in the left side. Left side, it has a different actions. The one which are created by me, the one which are private reports, the one which are public reports. If you want to see all reports, click on this all reports. If you want to click on all folders, click on this all folders, and you can see all the folders here. Created by me, shared by me, all favorite. So all the folders are sits inside the here, all the folders. Icon called all the folder. Now once you click on this folder, once you click on any existing folder, so let's click on a recent one. So here is the report name, description, folder, created by, created on, subscribed. Now you will not see the action there. Here is the arrow button. So if you click on an arrow button, whether you click on a run, edit, subscribe, export, delete, add to dashboard, favorite, move. These are the different options which are available on clicking on this arrow button. Now on top, you will see new report, new rack, new folder. There is no button here, new dashboard. If you want to create a new dashboard, you have to go for a dashboard tabs. Now report tabs are only to the new report, new folder. Whereas in Classic, you are able to see the new report and new dashboard. Now here it is a new report and new folder. And this setting icon is whatever the select field to display or a reset column. Like for example, what are the things that you wanted to see? Report name, folder, description, created by, created on, right? So report ran last run date. Now if you want to see this also, you can save this. So that is the one which is visible here. That is the one which is visible here. So what kind of a fields that you wanted to see is decided by the select fields to display, and reset column width, you can reset it. What are the If you have adjusted, decreased it, whatever you can do, you can reset the width. Now, let me go back to the classic again. In the classic, let's go to the reports. Now here is the CIS customer folder, we have created it. Now here you see new report, new dashboard. New folder does not show here. In order to create a folder, you have an icon here. Now, for example, if you want to create a report, I want to create a new report. When you click on a new report, it will ask you that these are the objects which are by default, it will display. These are the object by default, it will display. Now we have a position object. Does it display the position object? I see that all the standard objects are there. Now position object is here. Hiring manager is also there. Candidates also in the other report. All the custom custom objects will be available in the other reports. Now, if you want any standard object, now click on this accounts. When you click on this accounts, let's go to the select that, click on the create. Now this is a by default. This is default, it will give you the, as soon as you select a object, by default, it will give you certain fields and values to the, a table will be created. A table will be created. Once the account is selected or any object is selected, the left side one is going to be all the fields that are exist within the object. All the fields that are exist within the object. And left side is a table. Which type of a report do you want? Left side. Right side is a which type of report you want. Left side is all the fields that are exist in the account. For example, account name, annual revenue, type, rating, industry, right? These all are the fields that are exist in the account field. If you click on this, account address, and then account phone number, fax, website, and account customer information. Now these are the fields which you can see here. Now, right now, let's assume that it is showing the account owner, account name, type, rating, last activity, industry, billing state, it is showing. Let's assume that I do not want the account owner. Drag and place it here. Just drag it and place it into the left side. Instead of here, account name, type, rating, I need a industry. Search here, what are the field you wanted, just paste it here, the industry. Last activity, I do not need it. And last modify, I need it. And similarly, what else we have? Annual revenue. Now let's place the annual revenue here. Now this is the annual revenue. Like this, you can drag and place it here. And this here, which records do you wanted to see? Now, if you want to see all the accounts, my team's account, filter by scope. So usually, whatever the things are there, right? So if you want to see all the accounts, it will display all the accounts. If you want to see, select my accounts, it will be showing as a my accounts. But we are in the developer edition, my accounts and all the accounts are same, because we are only the one user which will be creating it. So that's the reason it is same. Created date range, custom, if you want to put any custom, or else physical year, current physical year, previous to physical year, next physical year, or this quarter, next quarter, current and next quarter, previous quarter. So or current year, previous year, or a previous 2 years back. Whatever the data you want, you can select it. Last month, this month, next month, current and previous month, this week, last week, next week, or today, yesterday, tomorrow, last 7 days, whatever you wanted to create, you can choose it. As soon as you choose it, the from date and to date is automatically updated. In case if this is not qualifying your requirement, you can update it here. You can update it here. Now, this is the one, click on it, add run report. Just click on it, run report. When you click on a run report, here is the data that you are seeing it. This is the data which is available. Now run report is showing as a run report now, schedule future run. This we will see later. Hide details. The next button is hide details. Now you are just interested about the count. You are just interested about the count. You are not interested about the data. In that case, just say hide details. When you say hide details, it will just show the count. If you say show details, it is going to show the details. And in case if you want to customize it, customize is nothing but the one which we went. So as soon as I click on a customize, so what will happen? It will go back to here. I can modify here. Now, once you are modified, if you are satisfied, click on a save. Click on a save. So let's suppose this is a all customers data. All customers data. And description, you can add it, report folder. Now I'll say that CIS customer folder. Save and run report. Save and run report. Now if you have modified here anything, you can save or save as. Save as is if you want to create a new report altogether. Or if you want to delete a report, you can delete it. Now next thing is a printable view. If you just need a printable view. Now click on this printable view. So what will happen? It will give you the printable view format. As soon as you click on this, there is a sheet that gets downloaded. A sheet that gets downloaded. Now open that sheet. Open that sheet. Now this is the printable format. If you print this, it will be like all customer data generated by whoever the user, date, filter by, nothing is there. And this is the report, show all accounts, date field, created date equal to current physical year, that is the date. And this is entirely, this information is going to, now if you print this, it displays as it is. It's a printable view format. Printable view format. Now next one is the export details. Export details. In case if you want to export it. For example, I wanted to export the data. And when you are clicking on the export data, it has a two different formats. XLS format, CSV format. Now usually we select the CSV format, but if you want XLS, you can select the XLS also. That's not an issue. Encoding, it's up to you, whichever the one you are comfortable. Unicode UTF-8, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Unicode, or Big 5, Japanese, whatever is there. So I am selecting the standard one, general US, and let's select the CSV file, or else let's select the XLS. Click on export. Now as soon as I click on export, it's created it downloaded the report. So once it is downloaded, now it is going to give me all the information account, type, retail, industry, annual revenue, all the data you are getting it. All the data you are getting it. Now here you are getting some copyright. You are getting some copyright. Copyright 2002-2023 Salesforce.com. All right reserved confidential information to not distribute. If you do not want this kind of a copyrights on the export or on the print view, if you do not want this kind of a copyright either on the export or in the print view, what you have to do is you need to set up, you need to do some configuration. So there is something called reports and dashboard. Reports and dashboard settings. Go to this reports and dashboard settings. Here you see confidential information disclaimer setting. Confidential information disclaimer setting. If you check this, what will happen? It does not show any confidential, that kind of a message will not be displayed. So whatever the message that we are seeing here, this will not be displayed. Now I clicked on the save button. Let's go ahead and export it again. Export the details, click on it, export. On the report. Now let me open this. Now I cannot see any confidential data here. I cannot see any confidential data, copyright data. I cannot see anything here. Now let's see the another use case. Generated tabular report to display all customer associated with warm rating. Associated with warm rating. That means whatever the accounts that I have, only get the accounts where the rating equal to warm. Where the rating equal to warm, only get those customers' details. Only get that customers' details. Now let me create a new report. Now this time let's go to the Lightning. Let me switch to the Lightning. Create a new report. Now reports. Click on a new report. When you click on a new report, it is going to ask you that select a report type. Select a report type. Now I wanted to go with account. Report type is a tabular.
Ma'am, is that report type means like an object or like what?
Recently used report type. See here, account standard. So report type name is category. It's not an object, it's a different type of a report types. Objects will be here, this side. If you want to create it, you can select the opportunity. Now, here is the opportunity. Now, instead of searching here, click on this, any one of this. So within the opportunity, you click on this. So select here the objects like a lead, campaign, activities, contract, orders, price book, products, administrative reports. So if you select it, you will be able to choose the report name here. Now if I click on all, now I can go for or a recently used.
Okay.
So here I'm selecting the account. Now start report. Now when I click on a start report, this is how it will be visible. So classic and lightning is completely different way of creating a reports. Now classic is a simple, straightforward, it seems like. Lightning, you have so many options in the lightning. For example, if you do not want the last activity, remove this last activity. Now here, refresh. Now account owner, I do not need it. Let's take out. Remove the
But
column.
Swapna, the requirement is to show the context, right? With the rating as hot.
Is it contacts or account?
Rating is wrong.
All customers. Customers means context.
Customers is accounts.
Okay.
So account name, billing, type, rating here. So the filter criteria is rating equal to warm. So here is the filter. Now here it says that my accounts, instead of my accounts, let's take all accounts, apply. And also I wanted to add another filter is called rating. Now rating equals to warm. Apply. Click on refresh. Now one record it is showing it. Now here created date instead of a custom, all time. Let's give the all time. That all time is nothing but from the beginning to the till now. From the beginning to the till now, whatever the accounts are created, out of those accounts, wherever the rating equal to warm, only those fields I wanted to display. Now the requirement is to display the tabular format. So this is the tabular format. Now anything, do we need account name, type, let's add the industry also. So if you want any fields here, just click on this or else here is the columns. Here is the columns. If you want to add anything here, industry, click on this industry, refresh. Now the industry is added. Now if you want to shift it, the one which is last, now refresh. Account name, billing state, type, rating, industry, annual revenue. Annual revenue. Let me place it this. So this is the account details, account name, billing state, type, rating, industry. Now the fifth one is annual revenue. Why it is showing there is no rating here? Or this is the total. Okay. Total amount, that should be fine. And let's click on a save. New report name is, let's give it as a warm rating. Customer details. Customer details. Now click on a save. Once we click on a save, it will open up the, now let's click on the run button here. In the run button, the total records you will see here, and then total annual revenue. Whatever the total amount is there, you will see there. And if you click on this arrow button, save as, if you want to save this report as a different report, then you can use this. And one more save, subscribe, export, delete, add to campaign, add to dashboard, add to campaign, we'll see later. Now that's all. So in case if you want to enable edit field editing, so just click on this so that you will be able to edit here. So, and you can update agriculture. Click on save. So that means from the report point of view also, from the report point of view also. So from the report side also, that means from the report, you will be able to edit the fields. No, why it did not saved it? Yeah, it's saved. So agriculture. Now, if you want to add any other value, like for example, I wanted to add here type equal to customer direct, click on it, save. So from the report also we can add it and click on refresh. This will be happen only whenever you are updating the data. Whenever you enable this, like you clicked on this field, editing enabled. Once it is enabled, we cannot disable this point. Now, in case if you want to modify the filter here, in case if you want to modify the filter, right now it is a rating equal to warm. But in case if you want a hot, both things I need it, hot and warm. then you can give and condition and it will be displayed here. So if you want to change any filter also, you can change it here. Now let's click on it, save. And if you want to modify, no, I do not want to hot, I just need a only warm, click on apply. And then let's go back to the save. That's all for today. Conclusion. So what did we learn so far?
Reports and dashboards.
Reports dashboard and
Record types.
record types.
When to use record types.
What else we have learned?
Validation use cases. So
Validation rule use case and report types, record types. Right, so those all we have learned it. So these are the trial head. I'll just bring you the trial head links. Let me give you the one homework for the report. So for report, create tabular report, create tabular report to display the leads wherever the lead source is a web, wherever the to display the leads data for only for the lead status equal to web. So pull the lead details wherever the lead status equal to web. So that's the assignment. So that's all for today.